Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Episode 14 is this now of the new layout. I'm just working on landscaping down that bottom end. Got some shutters worked out for the windows. My son Steve's working out there at the minute on the flagged area. We're having it reflagged and stuff. So I'm not going down there outside messing and getting in his way. I've just been messing, like I say, with the landscape and stuff. The track's all completely in, including the sidings and things. As you can see, the lift out section there is now very narrow bridge. I've decided it's just going to be a bridge. It's very, very easy to just quickly duck under that, although it is still removable. So when I'm feeling alright, I can just quickly nip underneath. But if not, if I'm coming back and forward a lot, I can just lift it out completely. There's Steve. And I'm going to continue doing more landscaping, and then I'm going to start looking at where I could put buildings and things like that. And I've got another book resistor to put in down at the bottom end. So that's where we're up to. I'm expecting a couple of parcels more to come with more bits. That's all for now, and I'll come back in a little while. Right, so we're back here again. I've got the track where I want it. It's all running. Obviously, I'm going to do the make sure the spacing's equal all the way down here, equidistant and that. Next job is to put the platforms where I'm going to have them on this layout part here. 3 sets of platforms. Once I've done that, I know exactly where the track is. I can pin it. I was putting foam under, and I did cut some foam for going under, but my plans have changed from there. And I've moved a lot of foam from here. I'm going to make a long road along the back with some background buildings down at ground level and a few little streets. These buildings are just there for effect. They're not the ones that are going to go where they're going. They're just there for effect. I'll have a few side streets coming down towards the lines. That way you'll get a visual. I'll be able to see the details on the sides, fronts and backs of the buildings a bit better than having them facing either towards or away. We'll get a bit more of a perspective. I've got the industrial buildings to sort out. I'm going to start getting buildings out once I've pinned the track and just see where things are going to go to make it look okay. And then I'm going to make that high ground in the back corner, I'm going to make that look realistic and start doing the edges and things, make it look like a cliff edge or and some stone walls and stuff like that. So that's where we're up to, and I've got to get a lot of that plastercloth stuff. I'm going to make that little brook over down that end. Little creek, you just see a gap then behind the tape, roller tape. So that's where we're up to. Everything's running. Got the little bridge on the lift up section, and so far so good. Little bit nerve wracking having to tack it all down, but I don't know. It's not moving too quickly. I'm in here every day doing something. I've got the time and what have you, so I'm in here every day, but it's just a little bit sort of final decision time, isn't it, when you start tacking it down? You know, I know you can lift the tacks and redo it, but once that's done, I can start then on the other permanent infrastructure, the buildings and that. And when I'm happy with where the buildings and roads are going, I can put the roads in, then I can start wiring all the buildings up. I've got all the wiring spewing out the back of the buildings for stuff, and they come down underneath, and I'll fasten them all up to the book resistors that are there. So it's all moving in the proper direction, just like we said. And I've got the harbour to do, but I'm going to do these. I'm going to do these platforms so I can get the track positions exactly right, and that's what I'm going to do next. Get the positions absolutely right, and then I can fasten some tracks down then, and hopefully move on from that. We'll be back soon. Hiya, I've set some things up, as you're looking at now, on the industrial siding, the siding that comes out to serve some industries. It's only a rough setup. I did have just a perfectly straight line, and I put a kink and a twist and what have you to see if it's worth doing. So we can have a look down here at what's going on. That's the oops, that's better. The Water Street development, and then the tobacco warehouse, some sort of little factory, the cannery, and the little boiler house at the side of it. Another textile mill, Northern Textiles, and then the sugar place at the end here. What we're looking at. I'm using that new camera boom on wheels, so so that's why it's moving smoothly along like it is now. We can just bring this up, twist it round. Just bear with me, chaps. That's the so this is the view from exactly where the turnout starts. So the turnout's here. If you remember, this line was all straight, and I put some factories along the back, and it just looked pretty boring, to be honest. And so I thought I'd put a wiggle in it. Tipping over. I'll put a bit of a wiggle in it, give it some interest. And I've tried the loco down there, and it works fine. It goes down there fine, doesn't bang. I mean, these aren't the final positions of the buildings. I just thought I'd put some tall stuff right at the back, so that it's visible from all the way down, and we'll just go along with it. This is where a road in would come from the back, and probably do a level crossing into the centre part of the track, but not sure if I put it right over, because there is a road coming here as well. So I think that's a better plan for some of the factories. I'll put some low relief behind those, so it looks like it's going deep into industrial territory. And I put a couple of things on this in the centrepiece, along with because the sugar factory is right there in the centre between those two tracks. So I'll probably put something else in there, and see how it goes from there. There's a bit of room at the back. If we look over here, there's a bit of room behind those for a sort of a road. Let's try that again. Behind these buildings, so I could actually put a little road coming down, and a half relief building maybe or two. And yeah, I want it busy, I don't want it devoid of things and just open space. I want it busy, but not chock-a-block, but busy enough. A lot of these mills would have been built during the Victorian era, and while the Victorians liked things to look a little bit fancy on the outside, they didn't give a bugger about health and safety conditions for those who were on the inside, or indeed if the buildings were too close together or not. They made use of the available space. So I want to mimic that as much as I can, and hopefully make sure it all all looks alright. So I'll probably caliphage and move these buildings around more and more, you know, till I get the perfect thing that I'm happy with. I've put a low relief building right at the very back. I wonder if we can, it's gone behind the sugar mill now, but if I lift this up, you can see the top of it over the sugar factory. I'll get a bit closer. You can see it there now, right at the back against the wall. That's a little warehouse type of building. And although it's double R scale, it is quite a small building. So I thought in the background it'll look ideal because it's quite a distance off, and we can put more buildings up there and populate that area. The other side isn't going to be as populated, but as happens with towns and cities, they start small, probably around the station or around the river dock or whatever it is, and then from there they grow and expand, and that's what this is going to do, you know. So it's going to expand from where it is, from up there, where all these buildings and things are. I'm having fun with this. From where all these are up at the station, it's going to expand this way, slowly just keep coming out. So I'll populate it from this way all the way down around the bottom edge and that way. And when I run out of buildings, we'll get some more. I've got a few kits to build. Anyway, that's all it is for now. That's where we're up to. That's the update for this week, I think. Everything's looking splendid. I'm very, very happy. And we're going to be cracking on with getting trains running and stuff. Thank you all ever so much for looking in. Thank you for following. Take care of yourselves, and I shall see you back here very, very soon. Bye bye for now, my friends. Do take care.